took a walk today in the September chill, the kind that takes time to settle into your skin and lets you tell yourself you don't need that jacket. Straight out, through the curves in the street, the path is worn and wide, no secret, but it feels all my own. Fall is taking its time. I pluck a leaf from a nearby tree. I want to feel how brittle it is and hear what dry sounds like. As I tickle it open, I'm almost surprised when pieces of it fall away at my touch. Onward I press, into the tunneled canvas of trees. One more lean to the right, and the sun falls down again. I step from the path, and warmth is delineated by light. Back to the backdrop of blacktop and of crossing at roads. I find my sister. She inquires.
What are you doing?
I look back and say, I forgot it was September.
when my friend, previously from New Jersey, told me he was going to fix me up, or actually his wife was going to fix me up with this fellow teacher, and we were going to double date. I told my sister about it. I told her her name. Her name was Jean Westfield. But when I told my sister her name, my sister, who had been going to fix me up with her previously, but then it fell through because of her toothache, my sister was surprised because it was the same woman. Both my sister and this friend of mine, through his wife, were planning on getting me a date with the same girl, which worked out very well because eventually we married. In spite of the Alzheimer's, which has taken away much of my wife's ability, all of her ability practically, I now frequently will say, when she could, she did. Because Jean was very active. She was tremendously active in church. She organized and led the Vacation Bible School for 13 years. She played piano in her church for piano and organ for 33 years. She started playing the piano at the Gold Avenue Mission in Grand Rapids when she was 13. She had been very accomplished, very active. Having a family is it's an interesting adventure. When you have children, it's kind of like growing a garden. You don't know how they're going to turn out. It's like you try and provide as fertile a soil, fertile an environment as possible, so that they, whatever they're going to be, they can develop it as much as they can, and try and keep the weeds out, keep the rodents and the insects from damaging the plants, and provide the nurturants and as you would in a garden, and try to get the best plants you can, protect them from the dangers of the environment, and then stand back in amazement, really, as you see them grow and develop, and then later you have grandchildren. So we have 4 children and 13 grandchildren, and our grandchildren are amazing people. The talents that they've had, that they've demonstrated athletically, intellectually, artistically, it's a source of amazement and gratitude, thankfulness. It's something, when I look back, when I was a teenager, my life it didn't amount to a fragment of what my kids, and especially my grandkids, have had in their lives, and things have changed so much. There's so many more opportunities and technology, but not just technology. Traveling, I can remember when I was at Michigan State, kids would go off to northern Michigan maybe, or someplace to ski. I was at Michigan State to study. I didn't go anywhere. And I have children. 2 of my children have been to Russia years ago already, when it was just opening up. I have grandchildren have been, or a daughter who traveled Europe alone and lives there now with her family, and grandchildren who have been to China and Spain, and it's like an amazing world. Things have changed so much, the opportunities that have become available to people, and opportunities for growth, and I just stayed in amazement at how things have changed since I was little, and what things are like now. Does that do it? Was I gonna,
Yeah, I think that is.
what were we doing? I forget what we were doing.
Brush up your Shakespeare, start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow. Just declaim a few lines from Othello, and they'll think you're a heck of a fella. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kowtow.
Everybody that has been there.
And what do they say happens there?
A lot of scary shit.
Come on, I want you to make that door slam shut. Oh my God, Cruz, that literally just moved right next.
I do not want to be here.
I'm Cruz, an aspiring documentary filmmaker. With nothing but my camera and my crew, I travel to Michigan's most haunted locations to uncover our state's darkest secrets. Braving terrifying night investigations, we attempt to capture evidence of the paranormal.
Like, I'm serious right now. Something just seriously rubbed up against my back.
Our expeditions have led us to the most mysterious places and exposed the strangest of legends. This is Michigan Uncovered. Michigan's Great Lakes. Many people consider these lakes to be a third coast, creating tourist boomtowns all over Michigan. But the history here isn't as simple as it looks. William Wallace, a wealthy businessman, lived a lavish life with his family in Bayport, Michigan. He had a beautiful Victorian mansion built for his loved ones, but some say the Wallaces never actually left their beloved home. We would travel to this coastal town and find the real truth behind this famous haunt.
So this entire summer we haven't done a ghost hunt at all. Like, I really thought the summer was gonna be wasted. But then last second,
Cruz called me and he's like, we have a ghost hunt in 2 days. Are you prepared for this? It's good to be back. There's gear everywhere, and I'm just pumped to get my audio equipment on.
I think it's gonna be a pretty fun expedition. I like the fact that we're in another building and not just like out in the middle of nowhere.
For this episode, I just want to try some new paranormal stuff. Like, for a while we've been just doing like the same stuff, but I really want to get into it this time. After loading up our gear, we hit the road.
For the drive to our destination, it was a 2-hour drive. I was jammed in between two guys in the back seat. It was a tight squeeze.
There's honestly nothing like hitting the open road with your 3 best friends. It was the end of summer, and we had to make it count. After hours of driving, we arrived at our location.
When we first arrived at this house, it has a pink color to it, so it doesn't look like intimidating enough to like scare me.
It looked friendly, really. You would never think that this place was haunted.
WJ News Time 8:42. Bill Stevens has found a Victorian inn where the guests report strange things happening during their stay.
I knew that something was going on here. I just didn't know how bad it was. William H. Wallace, he was the one that owned the house. It was built in 1890.
Over the years, multiple paranormal teams and hundreds of guests have reported nearly every claim in the book.
When my daughter was pregnant, they would push underneath on the mattress and open and close her closet door all night and scare the hell out of her. She hates it here.
At least 3 members of the Wallace family died here, but the entire family is said to haunt the place.
In the middle of the night, I just kept waking up periodically and could hear running in the hallways.
William, he walks in here a lot and paces. Like last night, he was walking in the hallway and he tried to get in. I was in the bare room and he tried to get in.
So you'll hear footsteps in the night.
Oh God, yeah.
Hearing footsteps is one of the most popular claims here. The Southeastern Michigan Paranormal Society actually captured this on one of their investigations here.
No, I'm telling you, somebody's in this room with me.
This isn't the only evidence captured here. A guest recently took this photo on the 3rd floor. It appears to be an apparition, but that's for you to decide.
a complete non-believer. And then I spent a week upstairs on the 3rd floor, and over I listened to doors open and close.
The inn also has many reports of poltergeist activity.
They would open and close the basement door all night, the spirits.
I was just thinking to myself, like, it was getting me pumped just about what she was saying, like doors slam and you hear voices, people walk through the hallways and everything.
D'Lo was excited, but Jake and I were a little skeptical.
So this is not like one of those places like Dudgeon Swamp where there's just countless murders. The Wallace family lived here, and they weren't murderers or like demon worshippers. They were just normal people.
And other people they just mess with the whole night, or the people are crying when they leave. They'll leave at like 2, 3 in the morning crying. They'll knock on my door and say, you know, I can't do it. I thought I could. These are usually the bravest ones too.
I remember one night in particular playing with Kenny, and the audience was exceptional that night. They were probably the best audience I've ever sung for. They were on their feet the whole night. They never sat down the whole show. And at the end of the concert, when we took our second set of bows after the second encore, and we were all standing arm in arm, taking our bows at the front of the stage, and the audience was cheering, you know, really loud, really loud. And Kenny had the foresight to appreciate the present moment. And he leaned over to me and he said, remember this moment because it will never get any better than this. And he was absolutely right. And I can remember the look on the doctor's face. We sat down in his consultation room, and I remember one of my sons was, Travis, was off in the waiting room, and the doctor came in and closed the door, and I'd had a biopsy, which was going to show if I had cancer or not. And the doctor told me, and I could tell he was emotionally struggling with this conversation. And he said, well, you know, I want you to know that the tests were positive and you do have cancer. But then he went on to say, but not only is it cancer, it's a extremely rare and very, very aggressive form of cancer that we just don't even see that often. He said it's only once every several years we see a case that's this aggressive. And once he told me that, I remember everything just seemed to go into slow motion. You think about people that have that happen to them and you see them talk on television or you hear them talk, but not until you actually hear someone say, your life is going to be significantly shorter than you expected, do you start to really grasp the concept that life is very fleeting. And I remember in that moment thinking in terms of all my sons and how sad they were going to be, and my wife, and how I was going to tell them, and how it was going to upset their lives, and how badly I felt that I wasn't going to be able to likely see my grandchildren, and that they weren't going to have me in their life for a large portion of their life. You think all these thoughts in just a few seconds. It just was overpowering. And it took several days for the shock to wear off and to actually think clearly, because I was in shock as though I had been part of a bad accident of some kind. I was just in shock and numb, and I would find myself just not able to talk and just be consumed by my thoughts of how I was going to readjust my life, and how I was, how I had to think about life in the future and what I would do with the time I had left. Something that used to upset me now, someone cutting you off in traffic, now I can just smile and wave, and I don't worry about that someone's flicking me off or whatever. I don't care, because that's them rushing to their heart attack. That's not me. I never would have thought that I would have had this kind of benefit from hearing that you have a terminal disease, but it's got a wonderful benefit. Normally in one's life, you think about those moments like being on stage or special moments with your children, and they individually stand out as moments that you want to remember because you think to yourself, it doesn't get any better than this. But the fact is, the blessing that comes with the diagnosis that I have is the clarity that every moment we have is a moment you don't want to forget.
How was the party?
Didn't go. Mom made me run errands all day.
Speaking of running errands, Mom wants you to take this box down to the basement.
No! Okay? Dude, you haven't done anything all day. Just do it.
Nope, working on homework. Basement.
Okay. Ghosts can't catch you if you run, right? Okay. On three. Okay. 1. That's okay, yes. Alright, on 3. On 3. That wasn't that bad.
I'm here to observe the different cliques and stereotypes kids separate themselves into. First off, let's visit Edgar.
Why don't you step into the hallway? The lighting's more flattering.
No. The light burns.
All right. Tell me about your hobbies.
I like sitting in dark rooms and contemplating my existence.
Tell me about your style.
Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I like wearing black. It's a symbolic reference to the state of my soul.
That's some deep thinking for a teenager. Do your parents ever ask you if it's just a stage?
They think it's a stage, but I've told them many times it isn't a stage, it's a lifestyle.
What kind of music goes with the lifestyle you've committed to?
I'll show you.
Just met you, and this is crazy. Now we're gonna visit RHS's Preppy Girl.
Well, first you start by choosing the clothes you want. And then you need to do your hair.
How to fix your hair. Everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know the slang.
And then you do your makeup. Wait, what was the question?
Now let's visit Harold.
What is it like in the day of a nerd?
Well, I get to do a lot of homework, and I finish so much earlier than all my other friends that I'm able to play so many more video games than them. Like, they're jealous. They're really jealous.
What are some of the difficulties you face as a nerd?
I get ostracized by my peers, and mentally, they aren't on the same level as I am. My intellect intimidates them.
They use their brawn to quell any feelings of superiority I have towards them.
Is that just an eloquent way of saying you get swirlies a lot?
Yeah.
Now introducing Andy.
How would you describe your style?
I'd consider myself to be edgy, ironic, and an individual.
What about the glasses? Don't a lot of people wear glasses like that?
Well, that's the ironic part. I wear these so I can be an individual, just like everybody else.
What about your favorite band?
You've probably never heard of them.
Now let's visit William S.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Is it alright if I ask you a few questions?
To be or not to be? That is a real question.
Right. What is it like to be in theater?
Well, for starters, there's practice every day. And we have to memorize all these lines, like, come on, it's like 100 pages.
What's the most difficult aspect of theater for you to deal with?
It's really hard to tell who likes you. Everyone seems so violent, they always told me to break a leg. Vicious.
Sounds tough. Have you ever performed in Macbeth?
Ah, the play that must not be named!
So, would you consider theater kids to be superstitious?
Of course not. No one takes superstitions seriously in theater.
Now let's visit Alicia.
So how do you spend your days after school? The only thing we band kids do after school is play music. What about your homework? Band is our homework. Everything else is secondary in comparison. Oh, I see. So how do you pass your classes? I have 5 hours straight of band. I always pass. Time for practice. Gotta go. You're not even wearing a watch. I don't need one. It's always time for practice.
Last, let's visit Travis.
What do you do when you get home from school?
I farm.
What do you farm?
I farm sweet corn, soy, rutabaga, rhubarb, and watermelon.
The Lake Orion forensics team competed in the Birch Run tournament on Saturday. Sophomores Megan Wander and Catherine Linehan won top honors in duo 9-10 with the first place finish, as well as senior Shader Soraya also finishing first in sales. The first place finishes didn't end there, as the team also won the medium class division. Their next competition is Saturday, March 1st at Dexter High School.
LOHS freshmen, sophomores, and juniors have one more day to pick their classes for next year. The scheduling information was distributed on Wednesday last week, and the deadline to pick classes online is tomorrow. Students are asked to print their final choices after they've hit the submit button in the scheduling system. That paperwork should be submitted to your first hour teacher. Applications for classes such as AP courses, yearbook, marketing, and TBW are also due tomorrow. Blank copies of those applications are available at the front of the main office.
ESL testing begins tomorrow for some LOHS students. ESL stands for English as a Second Language, and the tests run during first and second hours. Students who are assigned to tomorrow's testing should report to room 305 right after checking in with their first hour teacher.
The Lake Orion equestrian team meets tomorrow for parents and riders. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. in the Kiva, and new members are welcome.
Next week, the Orion Township Library hosts an ACT practice exam. It runs next Saturday, February 22nd, starting at 9:15 a.m. Sylvan Learning Center runs this session. There is a $10 charge to take part. Students can sign up at orionlibrary.org. Less than 20 spots are available.
Now it's time to head over for Lauren with sports.
Good afternoon, Lake Orion. Over the weekend, the varsity wrestling team traveled to Rochester for individual districts. 7 wrestlers advanced to the quarterfinals. Devin Fulcher and David Moore advanced further, and Fulcher placed 4th to become Lake Orion's lone regional qualifier. He competes this Saturday at Oxford High School in the regional round. The JV girls basketball team won their 4th game in a row on Friday night, defeating Birmingham Groves 47-14. The Dragons were led by Mackenzie Case with 11 points and Jordan Marchese with 9 points. Delaney Bryce had 6 points and Jillian Kumo grabbed a team-high 8 rebounds. The JV Dragons are now 11-4 this season and will play at Royal Oak tonight at 5:30. Last Thursday, the Lake Orion swim team hosted a dual meet against Oxford. WDBC's Gabrielle Janina was there to capture the action.
Last Thursday was senior night for the boys swim and dive team. The seniors were congratulated by their coaches and their parents. They competed against Oxford in a dual meet. The meet started off with diving, and junior Mitch Stencil placed 3rd by the end of his dives. As the meet progressed, the swim team competed and the Dragons swam, winning the majority of their events. I caught up with the captains of the swim team to see how the meet went.
Today we were able to win over our rival, Oxford, by quite a bit. We were able to really come together as a team. We have leagues in 2 weeks, so hopefully we can win that and then on to states. So it'll be a good end of the season.
I did pretty well. I added some time in my 100 back, but I still was able to pull off a win along with my 200 IM and both my relays.
For WDBC, I'm Gabrielle Janino.
In tonight's sports, all girls basketball teams are in action at Royal Oak. The freshmen tip off at 4, followed by JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7. The boys and girls varsity bowling teams have a crossover. It begins at 3:30 at Collier Lanes. That's all I have for tonight's sports. Let's send it back to your anchors.
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Milky, what's up?
Nothing much.
Milky, what is it? You know you can tell me anything.
I'm just 98% sure there's something more for me. The other 2% is inside me. I can feel it.
Where is something more?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe outside the fridge.
What are you thinking?
Is she okay?
Yeah, I've managed to stop her internal bruising, but I'm afraid I had to seduce her into a ranch coma.
Don't you mean sedate?
Well, she won't be awake for a
Milky, go where your heart is.
I know what I have to do.
Hey! I thought I told y'all to stay away! Well, it looks like I'm still here. Let's fight, old man! Yeah, let's get surgical. Yeah!
I guess I should have thought this out better. Whoa.
It's so beautiful!
Go, my son. Take what is yours.
Meow. Meow.
Help me!
Meow. Meow.
He doesn't get much traction on this floor. This world is so big and dangerous. I can't be afraid of something I don't know. Barbara would know what to do. Barbara!
Milky! I'm so glad you finally realized what was in front of you.
I did. But I also realized how big this world is and how small the fridge is. I want to face this giant world with you. Would you face it with me?
Yes, yes, yes!
If you had hands, I would hold them.
Hold on. Oh, no, no. Just promise to never run away again.
I solemnly swear.
Close your eyes and believe.
Okay, you need to start explaining things because you haven't done. God, how long have I been dragged into this? Hours? Days?
Clara, you've been here for the past 2 years. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's been like 10 minutes.
Doug, what's going on?
Just watch.
Well, he's not very attractive.
No, he's not.
Okay, I don't have very much time, so listen to everything I'm about to say because it's all very important and it could save your life.
Who's that?
Shut up, Clara.
Yeah, shut up, Clara. My world is ending. And chances are, if you're watching this, so is yours. Over the past couple of months, I noticed some oddities in my world, and chances are you've seen them too, Doug.
Doug, that's your name.
Yeah, Dad, just watch.
Due to the uninformed nature of your character, I'm going to explain everything that doesn't make sense to you now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Every film that has ever existed, from The Godfather and Fight Club to Jack and Jill, has been real. Everyone in those movies are real, and they're all dead now. So too will soon fall the fate of my world, my film, and yours too if you're not careful. The only way to stop this is to locate the box. Within the box is a plot device. Using that plot device, you can stop your film from ending. It is the only way to stop your film from ending. I couldn't find mine. I was too late. But you're not, Doug. You can still save your world. Don't let it die like mine. Don't let it die. Doug McAdams, for the last time. Signing off.
Wait, how?
He's me from his world.
But he's so unattractive, and you're kinda hot.
I know, right? He managed to film that before the collapse of his world. Hid it within ours. I found it while I was trying to steal the Declaration of Independence. I have entrusted myself with the duty of the survival of our world.
Why not just get the government involved?
Name one movie in which going to the government worked.
This isn't a movie!
But it is! Don't you understand, Clara? I have to do this. My plan for the past many years has been to find that box and use the plot device before the world ends. And it looks like it's all ending soon. Clara, will you help me save this world?
What the What the was that?
Looks like this PG-13.
What the hell just happened?
We had a major spike, sir.
Can we pinpoint it?
It may take some time to get an exact location, but we know it's within a 3-mile radius.
Well, find it. I want a house, garage, building, park, anything. Just get it.
Why don't you go take a moment to yourself and recombobulate?
Yeah. I'll go recoup while I try to regain my sanity from all this bullshit. Stop that! Hello?
Hey, you.
Hey.
What's going on?
Weird stuff.
Sounds like you.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
You okay?
I don't know. You know?
Not really. Tell me.
Well, Duck is acting really strange, and really weird things are happening, and I'm just really freaking out about it.
Doesn't Doug do weird stuff like this all the time?
Not like this.
Well, I know you. You'll get through it. You're strong.
You always know just what to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty great, right?
Shut up.
Okay. I'll call you later. I'll buy you dinner.
Okay.
Love me?
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I want to be a ballerina teacher.
I want to be a professional soccer player.
When I grow up, I want to be a model, and I want to own my own hairdresser.
From a young age, many of us are introduced to the American dream, this idea that with hard work and the right education, we can become anything we want to be. However, even as our schools have generally been improving in recent years, reform efforts have been anything but equal, and poorer students are not keeping up with their wealthier peers, facts which undermine our nation's cherished ideal of social mobility. To reverse these trends, America obviously has to deal with broader economic and social questions.
But we can't use the brutal reality of poverty as a catch-all excuse to avoid responsibility for educating children at risk and helping them beat the odds, as thousands and thousands do, year after year after year.
Recapturing the American dream truly begins with education. Every weekday at 2:04 p.m., students at Troy High, one of the best schools in the nation, finish their coursework and go on to enjoy a variety of opportunities.
The Troy School District is successful because of the culture of our city, the culture of our school. It's a culture of high expectations and excellence.
I think the strength really lies in our staffing. We have really made a concerted effort over the time I've been in the district, 31 years, of hiring quality staff.
Our success shows that education in America is fundamentally not flawed at all. In fact, our success shows that the system works when it's properly supported.
The current state of education in America is really dependent on where you live. In communities such as Pontiac, which are traditionally more underserved, the education system is really lacking in a lot of capacities. Kids in classrooms here are in elementary rooms full of 40 to 45 kids, whereas their peers in more affluent communities 10 miles down the road are in classrooms of 20 to 25 students, typically with an aide, as well as other specialized programs.
This anecdotal evidence reveals the stark disparity between American schools and is indicative of the persistent income achievement gap, a term which refers to the lapse in learning between wealthier and poorer students. Research and data not only support the existence of such a gap, but also show us the extent to which many of our schools are failing.
Your income level plays a larger role in your academic achievement than your race. So what the Stanford Center for Education did is they looked at standardized tests, and they saw that the test scores between affluent and low-income students has grown by 40% since the 1960s.
The gap in test scores between poor kids and wealthy kids is now nearly twice what it is between white kids and black kids.
Fully 96% of kids from the highest income group complete high school. It's just almost a given, 96%. While less than 2/3, only 63% of those who come from the lowest economic quartile do.
According to the Education Department, many poor public schools do not pay teachers and educators as much as wealthier schools just a few miles away.
That means the U.S. has these huge inequities between wealthier districts, typically in suburban areas, and high poverty areas that no other advanced nation tolerates.
Think about what that does and how that hurts us as a country in jobs, in terms of our international competitiveness, and what it means for the lives of children and families who are trying to escape poverty, trying to escape cycles of social failure.
You know, this is not the American dream, and so the American dream says that that child, that student, that family should be able to elevate itself, lift itself up out of that really terrible situation through the public education system. You perform well in school, you can go on to do anything you want. Education is anybody's ticket to success in this country. We need to make sure it's always that way, and we need to provide those tools for for students and the youth in our country to always have those opportunities. That is the root of the American dream. It really is.
And it's frustrating to know that I can be learning all of these things and I can be doing all of these things and I can't. And people think that the children in Detroit public schools are stupid and brutish because of what they see on television. And it's not true. We want to learn. We want to be able to do what the other children are doing. We want to have the same opportunities, but they keep taking them away from us.
Don't tell me our youth is running out. It's only just begun. Don't tell me our youth is running out. It's only just begun, 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 begun. Don't bring me down.
gonna hurt the environment. It's gonna hurt us.
My name is Dana Robinson. I am the CEO of Mountain of Hope. Mountain of Hope is an organization created and dedicated to helping the people of La Montagne, Jacmel, Haiti. In July of 2012, I was on a missions trip to Haiti, and I seen the desire of basic needs in the mountain: food, clean water, clothing, spiritual needs, everything that we have here in the United States that we tend to take for granted. So our goal is to build a clinic, accessible, a free clinic, so that the people can get just basic medical care, and hopefully teach them how to, like, family planning and those type of things that we have here in the United States. We run things on this side for the missionaries in Haiti. The missionaries in Haiti really can't leave the mountain to go and request support. So I am his, Lionel Frederick is the missionary, I am his liaison for the United States. So I speak for him here. What spearheaded and started this whole Mountain of Hope organization, on my very first trip there, I met a baby named Fedleen, and at the time I met her, she was 2 months old, and she had a condition called hydrocephalus, which is water on the brain. She didn't have any medical access, so her head was about the size of a football. So I came across her by chance and just met her and was just drawn to her, and felt that there was such a great need for medical care that they just don't have access to. So I met her, then the very next day I met another little girl named Fabienne who was burned about 6 months before from her chin to her belly button in an accident, and her neck was stuck from the way that her burns had healed, so she wasn't able to look left to right or up or down. Her condition wasn't life-threatening, so I always said it, it wasn't going to kill her, but it would kill her spirit. She wasn't smiling, she was just so sad. So eventually, that was in July, we were able to bring her here to the United States in January of 2013, and University of Michigan, Ann Arbor donated all of the services to help her, and they performed the surgery for free and all of her aftercare. And now she lives here with Jason and Amelia Booth, who are starting the adoption process. So now she will be an American very soon.
Hi, my name is Fabi Booth.
What is your favorite part about living here?
Being a doctor.
You want to be a doctor? Yeah? Why do you want to be a doctor?
Because I want to help people when they get hurt.
Is it because they helped you?
Yes.
Yeah?
I am the web administrator for Mountain of Hope. I manage the website, keep the website up to date, and put all the things we are doing on there, the money we need for different things, and just keep everyone posted about what's happening. Last time I went to Haiti was in June of this year, this summer. I have never been before. I heard about it from a missions trip that my church went on. My most memorable experience was meeting this little boy, Franz. He is 13 years old and he is still in the first grade. And he just really latched onto us and stuck with us the whole entire time. And we were able to help him once we got back. We found a sponsor of $150 a month to help for a special ed program so that the students like him who are behind can catch up, because once they're 18 they just kick them out of school, they can't get their GED. Mountain of Hope means a lot to me because I know that everything Mountain of Hope does is helping the children in Haiti that I personally met and was able to help myself.
The first time I went, July 2012, when my mom met Fabi and Fedleen, we were just so overcome with emotion, and it's a day that I'll never forget just because my mom was automatically connected with Fedleen, and we just fell in love with them right away.
Mountain of Hope is something that I never would have thought my mom would have done a couple years ago, but she's so passionate about it, and I hope it goes far and spreads the word and helps the people of Haiti.
No, we'll do it.
Okay, just me.
I say 29.
How's it going? Meeting up with some friends? Oh wait, you're not friends. Saw you looking at Taylor today. I can tell she's really interested in you, man.
Why don't you just crawl back in the hole that you came out of?
You know, you guys should totally go out. You know, I could see that hitting off. You know, get married, have a few kids. That would be a beautiful marriage, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Me and Kurt want to show you something. Why don't you come with us?
No thanks, I'm fine.
Come on, we insist.
No, please.
Right this way.
No thank you.
We insist.
Okay. I'll come, okay?
You don't belong anywhere, do you?
Please stop.
I don't even think you belong here.
Please stop. Please. I'm begging you guys. Please. I'll listen. Get him!
my god, dude. Oh my god.
Are you sure you're gonna make it? Get it! Oh, I smacked it so bad.
We taste Sunday, we smell blood. Raise your fists, open your heart. We taste Sunday, we smell blood. Raise your face.
Gabriel! Coming! Come on, guys, move it, move it!
Come on, it's
Look
so
at
hot
all
in
this.
there.
Get out, you're in my way!
This place is amazing. Guys!
What do you want?
We should explore this place.
Excuse me? No.
Okay. What? I need to find my friends. Anything could have happened to them here.
Let go! Is this a merry-go-round? OMG, this is such a cool tanning salon.
get back to safety.
drinking will follow you around for the rest of your life. Think before you drink.
Yeah, I am a man, 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 man. Yeah, I am a man, 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 up in the air. And I run around the town and act like I don't care. So when you see me flying by the planet's moon, you don't need to explain if everything's changed. Just know I'm just like you. It's the colors you have. Colors you have.
Let's go play. Be active. Eat healthy. Don't be a couch penguin. Play and eat healthy.